if Cropover was a name, and we would say, Mr. Cropover, you're on the way? He says, yeah, 2 years ago he said I was coming, but we had a situation, a major development, yes, a disease that plagued the world. And I got another guest in with us on Primetime Crop over here on 99.3, and I'm going to ask every artist that pops in and anybody who pops in on Primetime Crop over, how did it affect you? Good afternoon to you, Skung Yung. What's happening to you, man?
I'm good, brother. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Good to meet you, finally.
Yeah.
So,
Finally.
tell us about Skung Yung, because you're talking to a global audience right now here on 99.3. People around the world. I am in Orlando, you're in Barbados. Entice our listeners into your music and who you are.
Well, I'm trying to be as brief as possible. For 22 years, I've been playing in the Party Monarch band here in Barbados every crop over. Yeah, up until 2017 when I decided that's enough, And then 2 years ago in 2019, I was finishing my recording in the studio, and decided, you know what, let me just record 2 songs, let everybody know that Skung Yung is out, and the studio is ready for recording. And I did a song called Barbados, which is a social commentary. And I did a song called So Happy, which is a raga soca. So Happy went on into the soca monarch competition and placed 4th. So that's who Skung Yung is to date.
Listen to me, you came from, according to an F1 race, and you were P20 and you came all the way to the top of the grid. This is excellent news. And I'm also observing that you're doing 2 types of music. You're doing what you call kaiso, and of course, different genres, whether it's groovy and also raga. Tell us about There's a Price You Must Pay, because I listen to it. It is all about social commentary. Give us some more details on that.
I've always been a student of social commentary, kaiso. I really love that genre. But then, of course, the raga soca is a dance thing, so I got into that as well. But as far as this song is concerned, there's a price you must pay. That hook came to me first, and then I decided, well, how am I going to approach this song? There's so many ways you could approach that song with that hook line, So right. If you listen to the song, you see I attempted 3 different ways of approaching that song. There's always a price to pay.
But let's take a listen to it. There's a Price to Pay. This is Skung Yung. He is a guest with us today on Primetime Crop over here on 99.3, coming your way courtesy Frosty's Ice Cream, Glass Sesco, and Jose, and of course Capital 99.3. This is Skung Yung on Capital. There's a price you must pay. If you live on the left side of the law, you will end up on the left side of the law. We've got Skung Yung in the studio with us today. We're live. He's on Zoom, and we are talking about Primetime Crop over. I like that. Kaiso. That's reaction to that. As you were saying, the kaiso, my brother.
For real.
So tell us, do you think this art form is dying? Is it waning, or do you think that people like yourself, and I see some young Turks are also getting into it too?
I was just gonna say, I think it is in good hands. There's lots of youngsters doing what we call the social commentary. So I think it's in good hands. I don't think it's done at all. Mm-hmm. I think it's getting some new fans as well.
But this is good because, Skung, when we talk about social commentary, it's all about, the thing is that when you do this, you are documenting something that's taking place right here, right now in society. Because you talked about crime, you talked about basically thievery, if you're being dishonest, you covered all aspects of what you would read in the newspaper. You follow what I'm saying?
Correct.
Let's get into your other track, because this one is called Chemistry, and it's really unique from social commentary to, listen to me, water. you become the water lord after that. Tell us more about this other track.
Oh, well, okay. This song, I actually did this song during the pandemic. Kind of a feel-good song, more of a romantic type of song as opposed to, wake up, bam, 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 So it's a relationship song, really. A guy saying how his partner is to him and how he feels about her and how she feels about him, kind of thing.
But you being a producer, and you said during the pandemic, I'm speaking to other soca artists and other musicians. Some were saying they were sucking salt, and some are saying that, listen to me, I kept busy, I was writing, and in your case, you were producing.
Yeah, it was rough. I mean, it was 8 months for me. of no
Right.
life, no life stuff happening at all.
Mhm.
So I was in the studio and I did a few projects during the pandemic.
That's good.
Sorry.
For our listeners, I'm looking at him on Zoom right now, and in the background, you could tell that he's in a music studio. There are five. I'm seeing 5 guitars right now on the wall, all plastered, and the place is totally soundproof. Well, Skunk, let's get straight into chemistry because the music never stops. It does all the talking, and you are the talent we are talking with on Primetime Cropover, brought to you by Frosty's Ice Cream, Glassesco, and Jose on Capital. I was just telling him, telling Skung Yung, our guest today here on Primetime Cropover. Picture it, Cropover is all done. It's just about the sun is going down. And you had a good Cropover in more ways than one. Your waist tired, your hand tired, you're tired of wave. But you still have your drinks and you're just about heading home and you picked up a friend. You find a new friend, a friend that makes you smile. And the kind of friend that you see you next year, my friend. Great stuff here, Skung Yung, man. I like it.
Thanks, brother. Chemistry.
So what's next for Skung Yung as we get ready to wrap up here on Primetime Cropover?
Well, I am also in the big show, Calypso Tent here in Barbados. So we'll be performing this Sunday. And I'm in that lineup.
Well, I needed to keep you connected with us here on Capital 99.3. It's good talking with you and finding out, well, hello, this producer has turned into a musician and, no. This musician has turned into a producer. Well, you're just about everything?
Yeah, producing.
Soca, groovy, social commentary. You're a performer as with regards to musician. Plus, you're all over the place, man. Well, good to hear from you and hope we do meet again. And hey, all the best for Cropover 2022.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, same place, same time next year, hopefully.
Yeah, man.